Hi, I'm Kai from Infento, and in this video I'll be showing you how to assemble the steering mechanism. The steering mechanism is used on several rides, such as the Bulldog and the Arrow, and it allows you to steer two wheels with one axle. First, take the threaded clamping part and secure it onto the axle flange. Do this with two M6 by 20 bolts, but don't fasten completely. When that's done, take the steering plate and secure it. You can do this with 4 M6 by 8 bolts. Fasten. Do this for the remaining 3. Now we can take an axle and fit it through the bearing blocks. Take the washers as specified in the manuals. It's quite a bit for this one. And place the steering plate and the axle flange at the end of the axle with 1 millimeter remaining. And secure it. Now we can assemble the two steering arms. To do so, we need two M8 by 60 mm washers. Place the first washer over the bottom hole so that we can install it. Place the steering arm over the bearing block, but do so gently as not to move the bottom washer. Introduce the second washer, and if you did this correctly, you should be able to put the bolt right through. Now we take an M8 lock nut and secure the bolt in place. Like so. Now we take another M8 by 60 bolt and secure it in the second hole of the steering arm. This is used as an angle limiter. We can secure this with an M8 lock nut and then tighten it. When you did this for the other side as well, you need to assemble two steering rods. To create a steering rod like this, we need several parts, and I'll go through them one by one. First, for the bolts, we need 2 lug nuts, 4 regular M8 nuts, 2 conical spring washers, M8 by 40 bolts, a rod end with internal threads and a rod end with external threads, a turnbuckle, a threaded rod, and 3 regular M8 nuts. We can all assemble this to make it look like this. I'll show you how to do it. It's important to know that the distance between the two hearts of the holes is, in case of the Bulldog, 220 mm away. If that's not the case, you can adjust the turnbuckle, like so, to get the right length. Now we take our M8 by 45 bolt, put it through the hole, take our 2 conical washers, like so, add the 2 regular nuts. These are M8s, remember? Slide it all the way to the end. When that's done, do the same thing for the other side, but hold on to the lock nuts because we'll use them later. Now we can place the steering rods. We can do so by placing them on the last hole of the steering arm and in the right hole on the steering plate. The hole you need in the steering plate is specified in the manual. We can secure the bolts by placing a lock nut, like so, and securing them so that the bolt comes out 1 millimeter out of the nut. To completely secure it, we tighten the lowest regular nut and secure it onto the steering arm. Now we can secure the bolt at the steering plate and the second steering rod. Lastly, we can secure the regular M8 nuts. Make sure to tighten them correctly. Now all there is left to do is assemble the handlebar and you're done. Have fun with this one!